Where did the picture of Brendan Fraser as Superman come from?
Yeah, there's over the last week there has been this photo of Brendan Fraser as Superman. I think it's just I don't know that he was ever actually. He probably was rumored for it at some point, but I don't know that he was ever lined up to do it. So let's have a look. Brendan Fraser Superman. See if we can.
That
find
is a genuine picture, apparently.
Yeah, it can't be a real photo, and I'm going to show you why just from what's on my screen at the moment here, because look, we can see here this is what's being shared, but that is actually more realistic for like what his body shape was. He was never that big. That's insane.
Yeah.
He was that big in The Whale, but in a different sense. So
yeah,
I mean, like I would say he does have a wider frame, but that's just ridiculous level of wider frame.
Yeah, but do you know what? Again, if they hadn't screwed up the Flash, then we could have had all of these fantasy castings sort of eventually become a reality. Because imagine if they'd done a really good Flash movie where it had all of the alternative, like Superman and Batman and stuff like that. And they were like, hey, just for fun, like, why don't we bring in like a grizzled old Superman? Because there is some like artwork. I don't know how I'll find it now. Superman, if I put comics, where he is ridiculously oversized. I think
you mean the one where he has like white sideburns?
Wide sideburns? I don't know. No, I mean the one where his chest is ginormous. Like
I think that is what you're talking about, but I think Brandon Routh already did that in the CW.
He did it in Crisis.
Yeah, and let me tell you, in that one you get Brandon Routh's size. You understand?
No, I mean like oversized. Where is Marty? Goddammit! If Marty was on this show, because he was the one that mentioned it before, there is like a comic book of Superman where like the chest is like so thick it comes out to like there. It's like it's that over muscular, and I can't find it now.
I think that was a fake that was taking a piss out of Rob Liefeld's Captain America.
No, yeah, okay. Oh, yes, you're right. It was Captain America. Okay, so I was wrong, but you have helped me find the correct image. This is what Brendan Fraser looks like in that image of Superman. He looks that like deformed. That is just like insane. But I tell you what, I've said it before and I'll say it again. Because we spoke about this perhaps last week when we put the Snyderverse into the Phantom Zone. We said about how when they did the multiverse in the Flash, it was literally you just see like a globe of people. And you'd see Batman running in it from the 60s. And it was no different than if they'd just shown a clip of him on TV. You need these characters to interact. And so whatever the villain was in The Flash, which might have been Reverse Flash or whatever army that you can have of just like the clones, it should have been that Flash was there just with Michael Keaton's Batman and then whoever the chick was playing Supergirl. And then it should have brought in, zoom, he flies down and it's Nicolas Cage as Superman. And then it's someone else's, like Grant Gustin's Flash and loads of these characters. And they have a CGI Adam West Batman. And then the last one to fly down should have been Christopher Reeve's Superman. They should have just got one line where he said about, like, you know, hope or let's go or whatever. And then they should have had this epic battle. And that would have been the best thing ever. Anyway, Dev.
That's the plot for Forever Red, the Power Rangers episode.
That's the plot for what?
Forever Red, the 10th anniversary Power Rangers episode where they had all the Red Rangers.
Well, yeah, exactly. But that is exactly what the multiverse thing, that was like, but this is what they did with like Spider-Man, where you had that, like where they're on the Statue of Liberty or wherever it is, and you have like Spider-Man all come into shot. But imagine if you did that not just with one character, like the Red Ranger or with Spider-Man, but you did it with like the Justice League, where you could suddenly have had Michael Keaton's Batman and Ben Affleck's Batman. And, you know, they didn't even bring Ben Affleck's Batman in for the ending. You know, they had George Clooney in it for the ending on something that they clearly filmed in like half a day. But they should have just brought them all in, had this epic battle. They could have stood and pointed at each other like the Spider-Man meme and then just gone on with their day. And we'd have been like, that was great. I enjoyed that. And that's what this lends itself to. Go on, Cap.
Bye.